your brain is lying to you hard. You're staring at the screen, thinking you're safe because you're watching a video. But in the real world, you're bleeding. Every time you nod when you don't want to, every time you look away because their gaze is too heavy, you're handing them the keys to your internal hardware. You are being downloaded, analyzed, and deleted by people who aren't even that smart. They're just using a script you haven't read yet. I can only afford to say this to you, my friend, because I used to be exactly like you. Maybe even worse. I am here to wake you up. If your case is special, write it in the comments. I read them all, and I will make a detailed breakdown of your case. But today, I want to tell you how to use calculated cluelessness to flip the script. You don't need to fight. This technique feels illegal because it requires you to be incredibly lazy. You will do absolutely nothing, but very strategically. I'm going to show you how a simple movement of your eyebrows can make a master manipulator's brain short circuit and smoke. Stick around, because the ultimate key I'll give you at the end will make you untouchable. Here is how they were taught to own you. I call it the God complex overlay. The manipulator's brain is a simple machine. It feeds on your validation. They throw a passive-aggressive comment or a blatant lie, and they wait. They expect you to get defensive, to explain yourself, or to look intimidated. To their primitive hardware, your reaction is the fuel that proves they are the God in the room. They've been running this script for years because it always works. When you show stress, their brain releases a hit of dopamine. They aren't even listening to your words, my friend. They are just scanning your body for compliance signals. They want to see you shrink, blink too fast, or tighten your jaw. If you do that, you've already signed the contract of your own defeat. But we aren't going to play their game. We are going to use psychological Aikido. Instead of blocking their God complex, we are going to overinflate it. We use calculated cluelessness. We act slightly slower, slightly dumber, and infinitely more curious. We give them exactly what they want, but in a way that feels wrong. It's like feeding a machine too much electricity. It's scary effective. Remember this, and write it in your mental firmware. The true master is so certain of his power that he allows the enemy to believe in his weakness. While they are busy celebrating their imaginary victory over you, you are the one holding the scalpel, ready to perform surgery on their ego. Your goal isn't to look smart. Your goal is to make them feel like the smartest person on earth, right until the moment their system crashes. We aren't fighting their fire. We are removing the oxygen. And we start with the smallest, most innocent physical movement you can imagine. Trap number 1, the bait. When they drop their intellectual bomb or a condescending remark, do not flinch. Instead, perform the microphysical action. Raise your eyebrows slowly, as if you've just seen a magic trick performed by a 5-year-old. This tiny detail is a glitch in their hardware. They expected fear. You gave them innocent curiosity. Pair this with the exact counter phrase. Wait, did you really just say that? That's fascinating. Say it with a genuine, slightly slow tone. Their brain will short circuit. They were trying to hurt you, but your calculated cluelessness has turned their attack into a performance for your entertainment. They feel seen, but not in the way they wanted. Why does this work? Because manipulators rely on your social intelligence. By acting slightly dim but intensely interested, you remove the target they were aiming at. You aren't a victim anymore. You are a scientist observing a strange, loud insect. And insects don't intimidate scientists. Trap number 2, the corner. Now that they are confused, they will try to explain or double down to regain control. This is where you use the slow blink. Wait for them to finish their sentence, then blink once, very slowly, for exactly 2 seconds. Keep your eyebrows slightly raised. This silence is heavy. It's a physical manifestation of you loading their stupidity. Use the phrase, "I think I understand. You're trying to help me feel small, right? Is that the goal?" Ask it like you're asking about the weather. No anger, no heat. Just brutal, cold observation. Their system is now in an infinite loop. If they say yes, they look like a monster. If they say no, they have to back down and apologize. You've cornered their ego in a room with no doors. They are suffocating in the very space they tried to trap you in. Trap number 3, the point of no return. Most people stop when they win the argument. We don't. We want total system failure. Tilt your head slightly to the right. Keep that fascinated look and deliver the final blow. It's scary effective how you do that. Does it usually work on people? This is the microphysical kill shot. By labeling their behavior and asking if it works, you've exposed the underlying code of their manipulation. You've turned their secret weapon into a clunky, transparent toy. To their brain, you are no longer a human to be played with. You are a mirror reflecting their own insecurity. At this point, they will either stutter, walk away, or try to laugh it off. It doesn't matter. The power dynamic has been flipped permanently. You didn't raise your voice. You didn't get angry. You just used their own momentum to throw them out of the window. Now for your field test. I don't want you to practice this in front of a mirror. Mirrors don't have egos. Within the next 24 hours, find someone who always tries to correct you or talk down to you. When they start their routine, I want you to do absolutely nothing but raise your eyebrows and say, "That's fascinating." Watch their face. Watch the micro stutter in their eyes. Your homework is to report the results in the comments. I want to know exactly how long it took for their brain to freeze. Don't be surprised when they start panicking and stuttering, because to their brain, you are now untouchable. And now, for those of you who stayed until the end, here is the master key. The secret isn't in the eyebrows. The secret is in the detachment. The moment you stop caring about looking smart, you become the most dangerous person in the room. High eyebrows are just the signal that you are no longer a participant in their drama. You are the judge. Use this power carefully, or don't. The world is full of machines waiting to be hacked. Now go out there and start the system failure.